They were once unstoppable 20 black actors who dominated our screens, broke barriers, and delivered unforgettable performances. From blockbuster films to hit TV shows, their talent seemed destined to keep them in Hollywood's spotlight forever. But behind the fame came scandals, personal battles, and industry politics that changed everything. Some walked away, others were pushed out, and today, the big roles that once defined their careers have all but disappeared. What really happened to these stars we thought we'd be watching for decades? Stay tuned, because the truth behind the top 20 black actors Hollywood won't cast anymore will shock you. Hash 20. Orlando Brown. Once the lovable Eddie Thomas on That's So Raven, Orlando Brown was a Disney Channel favorite for his quick wit and comedic timing. His chemistry with Raven-Symoné made the show a huge hit from 2003 to 2007. But when the series ended, Orlando's life took a downward turn. Legal troubles began stacking up, drug possession charges, domestic disputes, and bizarre public appearances where he made wild claims about fellow celebrities. In Las Vegas, he was arrested for narcotics possession, marking yet another low point. Attempts at music and reality TV appearances couldn't undo the damage. Once a star with limitless potential, Orlando now serves as a cautionary tale about the challenges of navigating fame. After child stardom, number 19, Stacey Dash immortalized as Dion Davenport in the 1995 teen classic Clueless. Stacey Dash was a fashion icon and comedic standout. Her role as Alicia Silverstone's stylish best friend made her a household name. But in later years, Stacey became just as famous for her outspoken political views as she had been for her acting. Her controversial commentary as a contributor on Fox News and public disagreements with other celebrities alienated many fans and peers. She also faced criticism for making statements perceived as dismissive toward issues affecting the black community. Today, her Hollywood appearances are rare, and she is more often in the news for interviews or social media debates than for film roles. Hash 18, Jussie Smollett as Jamal Lyon on Empire. Jussie Smollett won over audiences with his soulful singing and heartfelt performances. The groundbreaking Fox drama tackled themes of family, music, and identity, and Jussie was one of its most celebrated stars. But in January 2019, his career imploded when authorities in Chicago accused him of staging a hate crime against himself. He claimed to have been attacked in a racist and homophobic assault, but police alleged it was a hoax. Convicted for filing a false police report, Jussie's public image took a massive hit. While he continues to maintain his innocence and has attempted a few small projects, the shadow of the scandal has kept major studios away. Number 17, Columbus Short. Columbus Short was a rising star in Hollywood, earning praise for his role as Harrison. Right on the political thriller scandal, charismatic and talented, he was poised for long-term success. However, behind the scenes, Columbus was dealing with serious personal struggles, arrests for domestic violence, public altercations, and substance abuse allegations began to tarnish his image. In 2014, he was fired from Scandal at the height of its popularity. Since then, he has appeared in a handful of low-budget films and spoken publicly about his battles with addiction. But his days as a primetime favorite are long gone. Number 16, Monique. Few performances have been as raw and powerful as Monique's turn as Mary Lee Johnston in Precious, a role that earned her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress. But rather than cementing her status in Hollywood, her career took a strange turn. Disputes over promoting the film led to public clashes with Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry, with Monique accusing them of blacklisting her. For years, she was absent from major film and television roles. More recently, she's been making a slow comeback, appearing in projects like The Reading and touring as a stand-up comedian. But her Hollywood relationships remain complicated. Hash 15, Gary Dourdan as Warwick Brown on CSI, Crime Scene Investigation. Gary Dourdan was part of one of TV's biggest hits in the 2000s. His cool demeanor and magnetic presence made him a fan favorite. But after 8 seasons, contract disputes and personal troubles including arrests related to drug possession pushed him out of the spotlight. while he has acted in smaller projects since. The kind of mainstream, career-defining roles he once had are no longer coming his way. Number 14. Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard is an actor known for his magnetic screen presence and powerful performances, delivering unforgettable work in films like Hustle and Flow, for which he earned an Academy Award nomination, and later dominating television as the ruthless music mogul Lucius Lyon on the hit series Empire. His mix of vulnerability and intensity made him a standout in every role he took, yet, despite his undeniable talent, Terrence's career has long been shadowed by controversy. Over the years, he has faced multiple accusations of domestic abuse, publicized marital disputes, and erratic public statements that often made headlines for the wrong reasons. One of the earliest signs of turbulence came after his role as James Rhodey Rhodes in the 2008 blockbuster Iron Man. Following the film's massive success, Terrence was replaced by Don Cheadle in the sequels amid reports of pay disputes and tensions with the studio. In 2019, at the height of Empire's popularity, Howard surprised fans by announcing he was retiring from acting, saying he was tired of pretending. Whether he truly meant it or not, Hollywood opportunities have slowed dramatically since. Once positioned as one of the industry's most compelling leading men, Terrence now works far less frequently, and his future in mainstream film and television remains uncertain. 13. Taye Diggs. During the late 1990s and early 2000s, Taye Diggs was one of Hollywood's go-to leading men for romantic comedies and dramas. He captured hearts in How Stella Got Her Groove Back, proved his musical theater chops on Broadway, and played a key role in the long-running medical drama Private Practice. His charm, versatility, and ability to shift between stage, film, and television made him one of the most bankable black actors of his generation. But as the years went by, offers for high-profile, big-budget roles began to slow. Industry insiders point to typecasting. Hollywood often saw him only as the romantic lead or supportive best friend, as well as shifting trends in casting and storytelling. While Taye has continued to work steadily, much of his recent career has been in smaller TV roles, theater productions, and guest appearances. He remains a respected and admired performer, but the level of stardom he once enjoyed has faded. Number 12. Meagan Good. Meagan Good's career began when she was just a child, but her breakout came with films like Eve's Bayou and Deliver Us from Eva, where she proved she could handle emotionally charged and complex roles. As she matured, she became a staple of romantic comedies and ensemble dramas, most notably in Think Like a Man and its sequel. Her beauty, charm, and talent made her a fan favorite and a frequent choice for lead roles. However, in recent years, her career momentum slowed. Some of the criticism stemmed from the roles she chose, projects that, in the eyes of some fans and critics, didn't fully showcase her acting range. Additionally, her marriage to Pastor Devin Franklin drew public attention and occasional backlash, particularly from those who questioned her choices in balancing faith and Hollywood's often provocative roles. Though she continues to work, especially in streaming series and faith-based films, the big studio offers that once came regularly have been far less frequent. 11. Isaiah Washington. Isaiah Washington made a strong impression on television audiences as Dr. Preston Burke in Grey's Anatomy, one of the most successful medical dramas in history. His portrayal of the brilliant but emotionally guarded surgeon earned him critical praise and a devoted fan base. But in 2007, Washington was fired from the series after a behind-the-scenes controversy erupted. Reports claimed he had used a homophobic slur during an on-set argument, sparking public backlash. Although Isaiah denied parts of the account and later expressed regret over the incident, the damage to his reputation was severe. In the years since, he has found work in smaller cable television series and independent films, but his time as a major network television star effectively ended with his departure from Grey's Anatomy. While still active in the industry, he remains on the outside of mainstream Hollywood. 10. Lauren London. Lauren London first captured attention with her breakout role in the 2006 coming-of-age film ATL, where her natural beauty and effortless charm made her an instant fan favorite. She quickly became a familiar face on television as well, winning over audiences with her recurring role on The Game, where she brought depth and relatability to her character. Lauren's ability to convey emotion with subtlety, combined with her on-screen warmth, earned her a loyal following. But Lauren's life took a tragic turn in 2019 when her longtime partner, rapper and entrepreneur Nipsey Hussle, was murdered in Los Angeles. The loss was devastating, and Lauren chose to step back from the industry to grieve and focus on her family. While she has since returned to acting in select projects, such as the action thriller Without Remorse alongside Michael B. Jordan, her appearances have been rare. Rather than chasing constant roles, she's opted for a quieter, more selective approach to her career, making her presence in Hollywood all the more cherished when she does appear. Number 9. Bill Cosby. For decades, Bill Cosby was a cultural icon, known to millions as Cliff Huxtable on The Cosby Show. He became affectionately known as America's Dad, breaking racial barriers and redefining the image of African American families on television. His comedic talent, storytelling ability, and contributions to education and entertainment earned him a reputation as one of the most beloved figures in pop culture. However, Cosby's legacy collapsed when dozens of women came forward with allegations of sexual assault spanning decades. The accusations, many describing similar patterns of drugging and abuse, shocked the world. In 2018, he was convicted of aggravated indecent assault and sentenced to prison. After serving more than 2 years, his conviction was overturned on a legal technicality in 2021, but the damage to his career and public image was irreversible. Hollywood completely severed ties, and his name, once synonymous with wholesome entertainment, became a symbol of betrayal and disgrace. Number 8. CeeLo Green. CeeLo Green rose to fame first as part of the hip-hop group Goody Mob and later achieved worldwide success with Gnarls Barkley, delivering the smash hit Crazy. His solo career brought more chart toppers, most notably the Grammy-winning single Forget You. His bold fashion choices, quirky personality, and soulful voice also made him a fan favorite as a coach on The Voice. But allegations of sexual misconduct and disturbing comments he made on social media in 2014 significantly damaged his public image. The backlash led to his departure from The Voice, and while he has continued to make music, his once thriving television career has not recovered. Despite his undeniable talent, CeeLo's presence in mainstream entertainment has been greatly diminished, with public trust and industry opportunities harder to regain. Number 7. Lisa Bonet. Lisa Bonet became a household name in the 1980s as Denise Huxtable on The Cosby Show, and its spin-off, A Different World. With her free-spirited style, natural beauty, and laid-back demeanor, she stood out in an era dominated by more conventional Hollywood archetypes. She later appeared in films like Angel Heart and High Fidelity, further showcasing her range as an actress. However, Lisa gradually distanced herself from the spotlight. Preferring privacy and a life away from constant media attention, she focused on raising her children and living a more bohemian lifestyle. She married actor Jason Momoa, and together they became one of Hollywood's most admired couples until their separation in 2022. Though Lisa occasionally returns for select roles, she long ago stepped away from the demanding grind of mainstream Hollywood. Number 6. Wesley Snipes. At his peak, Wesley Snipes was one of the most bankable action stars in the world, known for his athleticism, charisma, and intensity. He headlined blockbuster hits like White Men Can't Jump, Passenger 57, and the Blade trilogy, the latter of which became a cult favorite and helped pave the way for the modern wave of superhero films. But Snipes' career was derailed when he was convicted of willful failure to file federal income tax returns. In 2010, he began serving a 3-year prison sentence, which significantly impacted his momentum in Hollywood. Though he made notable comebacks in projects like Coming to America and Dolomite Is My Name, the level of dominance he once enjoyed in the 1990s and early 2000s has never fully returned. While still a respected figure with a loyal fan base, Wesley's career now exists more on the fringes of mainstream action cinema. Number 5. Vivica A. Fox. Vivica A. Fox was once one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces, known for bringing charisma, confidence, and a spark to nearly every role she took. She starred in blockbusters like Independence Day and Kill Bill, as well as countless romantic comedies and dramas that cemented her reputation. As a versatile actress, whether she was playing the tough, determined heroine or the glamorous love interest, Vivica had a knack for captivating audiences. But as Hollywood's focus shifted toward younger stars and changing industry trends, her opportunities in major studio films began to dwindle. Instead of high-profile movie roles, she found herself appearing in more television movies and supporting roles in independent productions. Public attention often shifted away from her work and onto her personal life, most notably her high-profile feud with rapper 50 Cent, which became a recurring topic in interviews and gossip headlines. While the drama kept her name in the public eye, it did little to reignite her career momentum. Vivica remains active in the industry, but her days as a top-billed star in Hollywood's biggest films seem to be behind her. For Omar Gooding, the younger brother of Cuba Gooding Jr., Omar Gooding carved out his own place in the entertainment industry, proving that talent ran deep in the family. He became a familiar face to audiences with his role on the sitcom Smart Guy, where his comedic timing and easygoing charm made him a standout. Later, he transitioned into more dramatic work, delivering a memorable performance in Baby Boy alongside Tyrese Gibson. Omar demonstrated a strong range, moving between comedy and drama with ease. But despite his abilities, he struggled to maintain steady work in Hollywood's mainstream. Over time, he found himself gravitating toward smaller, independent productions and occasional television guest spots. While he has continued to work consistently, his visibility in big-budget films and network television has faded, leaving him far from the peak of his early career. Number 3. Cuba Gooding Jr., an Academy Award winner for his unforgettable performance in Jerry Maguire. Cuba Gooding Jr. was once one of the most in-demand actors in Hollywood. His enthusiastic "show me the money" line became an instant pop culture catchphrase, and for a time, it seemed like Cuba could do no wrong. However, his career took a sharp downturn after a series of poorly received films, including box office flops and critically panned projects. In later years, multiple sexual misconduct allegations surfaced, tarnishing his once bright reputation and further limiting his opportunities in the industry. While he has taken on occasional roles, the level of prestige and prominence he enjoyed in the 1990s and early 2000s has all but vanished. Number 2. Chris Tucker. When Chris Tucker starred in the Rush Hour franchise alongside Jackie Chan, he became one of the highest-paid actors in Hollywood, celebrated for his lightning-fast comedic delivery and larger-than-life personality. But at the height of his fame, Chris shocked fans by stepping away from the industry. He cited his religious beliefs and a desire to be more selective about the roles he accepted as reasons for his absence. While admirable in principle, his long hiatus caused his star power to fade, and by the time he returned, Hollywood had largely moved on. Though fans still hope for a Rush Hour 4, the industry hasn't placed him back at the top of its comedic roster. Number 1. Will Smith. From his breakout role in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to decades of box office dominance in films like Men in Black, Independence Day, and I Am Legend, Will Smith was one of the most bankable stars in the world. His charm, versatility, and ability to cross genres made him a global icon. But in 2022, his career faced an unprecedented crisis. At the Academy Awards, Will stunned viewers worldwide when he walked onto the stage and slapped comedian Chris Rock over a joke about his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. The shocking incident overshadowed his Best Actor win for King Richard that same night. The backlash was swift. Projects were paused, public opinion split, and his carefully cultivated image as Hollywood's most likable leading man took a hit. While his talent and influence remain undeniable, Will's future in Hollywood is uncertain. Some believe he will rebuild his career with time and carefully chosen roles. Others think the Oscars slap will forever be a defining moment in his legacy. Fame burns bright but rarely forever. For these 20 black actors, the journey from stardom to silence came faster than anyone expected. Some may rise again, others may remain memories. If their stories moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood tales that deserve to be remembered. Thanks for watching.